Good morning and have a great Tuesday, everybody. It looks like we're in for much more of the same. A beautiful day, plenty of sunshine. Sure, it's still warm outside and still muggy, just like it was yesterday. Temperatures topped out at 91 degrees in Knoxville, 89 in Crossville, 94 Chattanooga, and 92 into the Tri-Cities area. So we were trending above average in all reporting sites around East Tennessee. And we stayed rain-free because it was plenty of sunshine. It was a gorgeous day, and that's really how it's going to play out throughout the day today as well. Talking temperatures in the mid-80s as we get into the lunch hour. Goal today is going to be in the low 90s, and so it's definitely going to be another toasty one. Let's walk you through our futurecast. Now, really not much to talk about the futurecast, but what I want to show you is these outer bands of clouds associated with Tropical Storm Debby are going to start to skirt our direction, mainly across upper East Tennessee. So Greenville, Rogersville, Tri-Cities area, maybe down towards Cocke County and Jefferson County, Hamlin County. You could see increasing clouds and maybe not nearly as much sunshine as everybody else. And a very, very slight chance for maybe a couple of spotty light showers. That's going to be about the extent of it. And I just don't think that we're going to get a whole lot of precipitation from Tropical Storm Debby either. So forecast high temperatures will top out in the low to mid 90s. We've got a lot of humidity in the atmosphere, so dew points are still in the 60s and low 70s. Nothing like what we had last week with dew points in the mid to upper 70s. That's good news to pass along, but it's still going to make it feel hotter. So we're still talking heat index values pushing close to the low 100s for many locations around town. So it's still going to be another hot day, maybe not quite as hot up across upper East Tennessee as the clouds start to creep on into the area. But again, kids heading back to school, heat stress goes back up. We've got after-school sports going on, something to keep in mind. So we are in the moderate to high category for heat stress. Have you noticed the smoke and the haze around town? Yeah, it's still going to be with us. We still have the smoke around much of East Tennessee, and that's going to be with us from sunrise to sunset. It's been giving us some great sunrises and sunsets. 91 by 6, feeling like 97, down to 87 by 8, but still feeling like 93. And then we'll cool down to about 80 degrees by 10 o'clock this evening. As we get into our Thursday, still going to deal with a little bit of heat stress, and on into our Friday, not nearly as much. And the reason why is we've got a frontal boundary heading our way. And that's going to draw in some much drier air, so this weekend is going to feel fantastic. We'll go 93 today, 93 tomorrow, back into the low 90s on into our Thursday. Plenty of sunshine. We'll have more cloud coverage on Thursday, thanks to Tropical Storm Debby, which is still a tropical storm. Winds sustained at, max winds at 45 miles per hour. Now, there's a frontal boundary to our north and northwest. This is going to start to edge our way just a little bit, kind of fade away. Then there's another front that's going to arrive as we get into our Thursday, Friday timeframe. Doesn't necessarily bring us precipitation, but what it is going to do is draw in some much drier air. And Debby's going to help with that. So as Debby tracks its way up the eastern seaboard after it wobbles a little bit across the southeastern coastline, finally kicks on out of here. And that's going to bring a northerly flow back behind the frontal boundary, and that draws in the drier air. And that's why things will improve as we get into the weekend. I'm telling you, this weekend's going to feel amazing. Cooler than average temperatures and drier air. But incredible amounts of rain continue associated with Debby up and down the eastern seaboard. Terrible beach weather for sure. Flooding, flash flooding, flood emergencies going on across the southeastern coastline. So it is a mess. If you don't have to travel, please stay far, far away from the southeastern coastline or even the mid-Atlantic here over the next several days until Debby scoots on out of here. Rain chances, pretty lackluster in the rainfall department, but we'll start to see some elevated rain chances as we round out the week, but mainly across the mountains of East Tennessee, North Carolina. As I mentioned, dew points are going to stay in the low 70s all the way through Friday. Frontal boundary swings through. Debby moves off to our north and draws in the drier air. So, yeah, we're talking dew points Saturday, Sunday, Monday to be in the 60s. That is going to feel amazing. Temperatures, warm until we get there. But then we're talking the average to maybe even slightly below average weather as we get into the upcoming weekend. You combine that with the drier air, and, well, we're not going to deal with a heat index value. And as I mentioned multiple times already, the weekend is going to feel amazing. Looking ahead, August 12th through the 16th, as I talked about, we are talking about some slightly cooler air to settle its way on into the area. Not to mention drier. It's going to be short-lived. It's August by all means. As the 14th through the 20th, looks like another ridge of high pressure starts to build its way back in, and that's going to warm us up once again. Stay on top of the weather forecast every day. Track it with the East Tennessee Weather app. Get your daily forecast weather updates. If you travel across the country, the interactive radar is going to be amazing, but it does give you notifications across the country. So download the East Tennessee Weather app today. Just go to your app store and search East TN Weather, all one word. We sure hope you have a wonderful and safe Tuesday. Your next weather update's coming up at noon. See you then.